Welcome. In this video, we will finish sketching the floor plan by adding windows using blocks, and doors using palette to our drawing. Before we start, let us set first the window layer active. Go to Layer Properties, and double-click on the status column on the left side of the window layer. The check icon will indicate that the window layer is now active. Change the color into red. Unique color between layers will make you easily identify each part of your drawing. Line weights are the thickness of the entities or lines within your drawing. Just leave the default for now. To determine what is the thickness of the active default line weights, go to a File button, then Options. Click on the User Preferences tab, then click on the line weight settings. The default line weight in my file is 0.25 mm. Let us now sketch the window, and add to our blocks. To start, activate the rectangle command. Make dimensions to 1200 by 150 millimeters. Then use Explode command to ungroup the entities of the rectangle. To create the window frame of our jalousie type window, offset 50 mm from the sides. Then, make a vertical and horizontal center lines using the line command. From the horizontal center line, offset 12.5 mm on both perpendicular directions. Then, offset 25 mm from the vertical center line on both directions. Now, delete and trim the unnecessary lines. Select the center lines that we used as reference, then hit delete. Then activate trim command and start trimming. The sketch of our window is now finished. Let us now make this into block. To do that, type B on your keyboard, then enter. A block definition dialog box will appear. Set a unique name to the block. Under base point, click on Pick a Point, then choose a grabbing point on your window. Then, under Objects, click Select Objects, and select the window. Leave Behavior and Settings as default and click OK. We have just added a block that we can use anytime in our CAD file. To verify, go to Insert, a window block must appear in the choices. Let us now add a window block to our floor plan. To do that, go to Insert, then click on the window block, then click again on the model space to copy the block. Reposition the block at 800 mm from the edge of the column using the Move and Track command. Then use Copy and Track command to copy at a specific distance from a reference point. Now use again the copy command, and copy the window to the opposite parallel wall. Make sure the perpendicular snap is turned on. Copy and rotate a window, to align to the front and rear walls. Move the windows with the same distance from the edge of the wall. Then, repeat the copy and track command to finish adding the windows. We have just finished adding windows to our floor plan. Next, let us add doors using palette. Before that, make sure the door layer is activated. Go to the layer drop down, and change the color of the layer into green. Then select the layer to activate. We can now add a door from the tool palette from the left side of your model space. If not visible, type TOO, then enter. Or you can go to the View tab, and activate the tool palette window. From the Architectural tab in the tool palette, click Door Imperial. Notice that the door is colored green. Then click again on the model space to copy the palette. Change the degree of opening of the door into 90. You can rotate the door palette by selecting on the door and clicking on the arrows. Or you can also use the rotate command. Make a reference line of length 1000 millimeters. Then, resize the door opening according to the length of the reference line using the command scale. To do that, type SC on your keyboard, and click Enter. Specify the point of scale, then type R for reference, then, click the end-to-end point opening of the door, and drag according to the length of the reference line. We can now delete the reference line and move the door to the floor plan. Use Move and Track command and set the distance to 200 millimeters. Repeat the process. This time, scale the door into 900 millimeter opening. Copy a door pallet and rescale such that it will have an entrance width of 800 and 700 millimeters. Now move the door and place it at the center. Use dimension command to measure the distance and move it at the center. To do so, type DIM, and click enter. It is 1000 millimeters. Since the door width to be placed is 800 millimeters, therefore we will have a moving distance of 100 millimeters. Do the same process for the 700 millimeters door width. We are now almost done. We just need a finishing steps. First, trim excess lines. Then, turn off the door layer. Finally, connect the trimmed walls using line command. Before we end, create a block for window CR. Give dimension of 150 by 600 millimeters. And repeat the previous procedures. Then move from the edge with a distance of 450 millimeters. Turn on again the door layer. And there you have it, we have successfully sketched the floor plan. Thank you for watching. If you learned something from this video, subscribe to this channel and learn more. Up next.